Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of this 30-day Living an Authentic Life Challenge. Today, we're going to have a conversation about faith because a lot of us have faith for things that we want, like little things that we can really see. But that's not really faith. If you can see it and know that you can get it, let's say in the next 10 or 30 days because you have money from your paycheck, then yeah, you think that that's the piece that's faith. But no, that's just something that you know is coming. But some of the things that we do in faith, that takes place with us trying to make certain that we can have the big things, the things that scare you just a little bit. And for those little things, oh yeah, that's where you're going to need faith to function. But here's something I want you to know. Whether you realize it or not, you have more faith than you imagine. You had faith that you were going to get out of bed because you just thought that that's the thing that should take place. You had faith to get inside, for those of you that are driving, that your car would turn on, that you would reach your destination safely. Those things of faith. But because you're constantly walking in it and constantly doing it, you don't consider those faith moments. I want you to know that those are also faith moments. Because sometimes the things that we do on a regular basis, we don't think requires faith until one day something happens to disrupt your pattern. One day something happens to make you think about things a little bit different. One day, the life that you have been living, the things that you have imagined, just doesn't work well that day. And so it's in that day, in that moment, at that time, that you need to start girding up some of the faith that already resides in you. Because faith is not your problem. It's fear. And the secret thing, yeah, I've already shared it with you. Faith is what conquers fear. When we look at examples of faith, a lot of us turn to the Bible. But I want you to know that the people in the Bible were afraid a lot of times. In the Bible, there's over 400 times that God talks about fear. And what he tells us? To be of good courage, have the faith. The thing that we often are struggling with, especially for those that say they believe in God, call on Lord, Lord, that just saying the name gives you the credence of faith. No, here's the thing. Faith functions with your feet. When someone told me that, it made no sense. But think about it. If you truly have faith that something's going to happen, like the thing that you already do on a regular basis, you had faith that you're going to get up. So you just got up and you started going. For those things, the stuff that just scares you just a little bit, you got to have the same type of faith where you just move in it. And I had to learn that when I was going through trying to reset my life after the chaos of my divorce. When I asked God for a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath in-unit townhouse, a lot of you know I got that because I decided I didn't know how because I was unemployed. It was going to happen. But I started looking for houses. I had faith to start the process. If you don't even decide that you have enough faith to start the process, it will hold you hostage. And then you'll begin to think that you can't have faith in this. But here's the thing that I really had to learn. When we often want to deal with what's going on in our lives, God says you don't need a plan because he is the plan. And I decided in that moment to make a decision that whatever I was going to do moving forward in my world, I would focus on God being the answer. Because who other than the creator of the universe can I truly trust to put my plans in? So I had to take faith in that and let my feet do the walking. So if you want to really stretch your faith muscles, think about that thing. The thing that you want to do that scares you just a little bit. Start working on it. Start planning for it. Start moving in the direction of it coming to pass. Ask God to join you on the journey. But here's another thing about that joining on a journey part. You've got to sit with him, have a relationship with him, and get a point where you know God's voice because God still speaks in the earth today. God still functions in the earth today. But because a lot of us, like I said a little while ago, got so much happening with all the social media and everything that is really, we don't take the time. So this 30-day Living an Authentic Life Challenge is a challenge you to take some time. Take some time to sit in that big thing that is scaring you and trust God in it by building a relationship with him. because it was my relationship that fueled me to give me greater insight that my faith would have feet to move because I heard him say, Tanya, go this way. Tanya, do this that way. And because I focused on that, even though I couldn't see the outcome, I still had the faith that the outcome that I desired was going to manifest. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. And if you want to go a little bit further, because there's a couple of examples that I'm going to walk through in this challenge that will strengthen you to pour your faith into the elements of what scares you just a little so that you can accomplish it. So you can go to my website, tanyaehud.com. Be quick because it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This ends. In the meantime, this is Tanya Ehud, walking in my purpose. I want you to do the same. See you soon.